Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome to my channel. This is your girl Sandra, aka Simply Love, here to do my October 2016 readings for you guys for the sign of Libra. And this is the love and sex edition. We're going to be talking about your love life to start off with, and then we're going to get hot and steamy, okay, with the love cards. We're going to start out with the romantic tarot. All right, and then we're going to move on to your sex life with the Marana erotic tarot. That's the one that's going to be showing sex, nudity and sexuality. So if you got kids around, please remove them from the room. And then we're going to end it off and cool things down with an affirmation, a positive affirmation that you can write it down and, say it once before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. Affirmation, what you say and you bring about. What you think about, you bring about, okay? So when you do affirmation, it just helps you to come to a higher level of your life and bring in positivity, bring in things that you want and desire in life. When it comes to love, come full circle. It's not all about just love, it's about coming full circle. And I want to mention, being that I said that, to understand exactly what I'm saying, you can watch the movie. It's called Note to Self. Okay. I love that movie. I must have watched it about 100 times or more. I have my boy Christian Keys in there. Shout out to him. He's a very good actor. He's not Hollywood up there with, and all that. He stays, in mainstream. So he stays in independent movies, kind of like, just on his own. He's an independent actor. And I like that because nobody's signing contracts with anybody. So nobody owes nobody nothing. You're a free agent. Okay. I like that. And that's what we all need to, go by. We need to be free agents and do our own thing. We should have we're here with free will to do what we want. We are not here to be controlled by anyone or anything. Remember that in life. And that even comes with love life, work, anything. Nobody should be controlling you and telling you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, when not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're with you, helping you. They need to be right there with you, helping you. That's how you know for sure that true love is in your life. It should not, if you have to question everything all the time, constantly going from this person, going to that person, ask the same question over again, you're beating yourself up against a wall. You're knocking your head up against the wall, for what? Your question has been answered over and over again just by what you are saying. You have to keep asking over and over again the same question. Is this person going to be with this? It's obviously not, okay? You just got to face that reality of it, okay? And then you can move on with your life. Learn to think and worry about you. Worry about you loving yourself instead of worrying about who gonna love you or who you want to love or who you want to love you. Get out of your own way. Let go and let God. And life will be so much easier for you. You won't have all these questions to ask regarding that. Come full circle. Don't just think about a relationship. Think about your work. Think about what God put you here for. Think about what your Most High put you here for. You're all here for a reason and a purpose. And that's what you need to be focusing on as well. You can't get nothing if you don't give nothing. You can't love nothing if you don't love you. So don't expect what you don't give yourself. Bottom line, simply love. Okay, here we go. Don't get me started to preaching. Hallelujah. All right, so this is for the sign of Libra. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. And I just want to take a quick time out to thank all my subscribers. I love you all here on Simply Love's channel. All you who come and view my videos, and all you make your beautiful, wonderful comments. We have fun last month with the question. You guys had me cracking up laughing. I swear we have to do this more often because I want to interact with everybody more. I want to be a more like hands-on personal with you guys, asking you guys to say, answer one sentence question. I like doing that, but I can't do a full reading for everybody. If you like to get deep down and personal and want to know what's going on with you or what's going to take part with you, you're going to have to, schedule a private reading, and all my information is listed below in the description box. Everything is there. Okay. I'm so humbled and so grateful. I really am. I'm so glad to be here each and every day I wake up. I just thank my Most High, the angels, the universe, for getting me here, because it took me a while to get here. And be able to touch somebody's life. We got to take it one day at a time, one person at a time. This thing, whatever's going on in the world, it didn't just start up. It's been like this since the beginning of time. But we all got to accept our call. We can't sit back, argue, fuss, and fight. That doesn't work. What we have to do is look at ourselves, get ourselves together. And once we get ourselves together, we're able to help somebody else get their self together, if that makes sense. That's what it's all about. And then, everything else will follow. There's nothing else to worry about. So you let go and you let your Most High move you and motivate you for the reason and the purpose that he put you here for in the first place. So come full circle. It's not just about a love relationship. That's not going to make you can get a love relationship. And if you're sitting back not doing anything else, you're still going to be unhappy and you're still going to have questions. So get it together now. Think about everything in your life. And most of all, think about yourself and the direction that you want to go in, because that's what's going to make a difference in this world today. One person at a time, one day at a time. And action speaks a whole hell of a lot better than words. Okay? Put the action behind it. Do something for this world. Give so you can receive, because you're not just going to just receive. You have to give. Okay, as I'm shuffling the cards, Libra, I'm getting into, this is going to be your love edition part. And after the love edition part, we're going to do the sex edition part, and then we're going to leave it off with a positive note, affirmation, so you can use on your daily on a daily basis in your life. When you wake up, say it, put it on your refrigerator, put it on your window, or on your in the bathroom somewhere where you go, brush your teeth. You can say your little affirmation. Will be sticking right up. You have your little sticky notes. Put them up, you know what I mean? And say your affirmations every day. And then keep it moving. And watch your guides, your Most High, and everybody, the universe sends you exactly what you want, okay? And what you really what you need in life. Coming full circle. That's the motto. Coming full circle. Coming full circle is all love. It's love. It boils down to one word, love. There's a lot of power in the word love. There's a lot of power in expressing love. A lot of power, okay? Because we were created by love, okay? Okay, let's get it cracking here. I got my retainers on, you guys. It helps straighten up my teeth here in the front. I usually wear them at night. I stayed up late in the morning, okay, doing videos because I don't think I'm going to have them all out. I don't think so. I'll have them out at the beginning of the month, but I'm going to get them out there because I had, all my schedule was very hectic this month, okay, and then I took the time out to answer you guys questions on YouTube. I really appreciate that. And emails. I try to get to most of you that I can, okay? I'm going to do a separate video next week sometime. Oh, here's another one. Two of them. Next week sometime, and let you all know who won the free readings. And I'm also going to randomly pick some people, too, for participating in my little contest there with that question. I'm telling you, that was so funny. We're going to keep this thing going because you got to have some fun in life. You know what I mean? Everything can't just be so doggone serious. Have fun. Lighten up. You know what I mean? Be playful. Be like a kid again. There we go there. And I'm just going to read these cards. Look. I'm just gonna go with the flow because I tried all this stuff with the trying to separate everything. Oh, this is for the singles. Oh, this is for the couples, and oh, this is for this and this is for that. I can't do. I'm not gonna do that because I can't. I have to do it the way I'm designed to do it, and I'm just a storyteller. I look at it, and the guides, tell me and speak through me, and I just tell the story, okay? And it's going to resonate with some of you. It's a general reading. It's not for everybody, but it is going to resonate with you. And remember, you have your sun, moon, and rising signs. Go check them out. You might get more information there too, okay? Alrighty then. So let's get with it. Libras, y'all cards are flowing. They're just, they're popping out really well too. That's good. It's like this is like some kind of definite situation going on with you guys. I'm feeling it's like going to be straight to the point. Libra, what's up, Libra? I got to bed about 5 o'clock this morning a.m. Laid down. I figured I'd just, take an hour or something. When I woke up, it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, oh, let's get it. You know what I mean? And lucky I scheduled my appointment this evening. Good thing I did. Wow. Okay, that's your card. You got an extra card that popped out. I'm going to keep that there. Say, okay, Libra. Okay, let me get my spectacles on. Y'all know you do know I have my spectacles. Sorry, I have allergies as well. My eyes, especially this eye, the water runs down through it. So excuse me on that part, okay? Okay. I already showed you the cards. I believe I did. Okay, let's get with it. Okay, Libra, for your romantic part, a romantic edition, let's get with this and see what's going on. The first card you have here is the Seven of Pentacles. Excuse my nails and all that stuff. I haven't had time to do anything or go anywhere to get anything done. Darn near. Now, I think I need to turn another light on, I think. Maybe things are too dark. Excuse me. Okay, hopefully that'll help. I don't want too much glare. Okay, what did I say? Okay, Seven of Pentacles, Libra. Okay. As you can see, they are depicted. I'm just going to read it intuitively. When I got these cards, I looked at them and I was like, oh, heck to the no. They don't look like nothing I could connect with, But then I just sat down, and looked through each and every one of them, and just tuned in with the angels, and they helped me to really connect with these cards. I was really surprised that I did, Sometimes, coming out of the norm and stuff, kind of be a little scary, but you have to, just like get out of your own way and let the guides, lead you and give you the confidence and let you know, you're able to do this, because you have to rely on the spirit guides, the universe, and your most high to show you. Okay, so first, the beginning, what I'm seeing here for Libras. Let me turn this one over. Okay, for the month of October 2016 for your love life. It looks like here, with the Seven of Pentacles, and I'm just speaking, these are love tarot cards, so it's going to be talking about nothing but love, okay? And I'm speaking intuitively. I don't read no books or nothing like that, okay? So just listen to what the messengers have to deliver to using me as their vessel. It looks like somebody running to success. Somebody's successful here. There's wealth and love. There's somebody here probably met someone that they love, and they're pretty wealthy. So I'm feeling wealth here for a lot of you Libras here. The energy here is focused on the Pentacles, which means money, okay? And it's governed by Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So you could be involved with somebody, a earth sign, okay? Looks like, you run into that opportunity, love is calling, go run up to it. Hey, not only love, but, there's finances, wealth there as well for a lot of you Libras there. There's comfort, there's peace. There's a want for nothing. So, I would run for it too, especially if my soul and spirit is telling me to. Okay? Sometimes we have to take a leap of faith and go for it. When love calls, you better answer. That's what this card reminds me of. That song, I'm trying to think who made that song. Anyway, if you just type it in YouTube and you can listen to the song, and it says, when love calls, you better answer. And what else it says? This, don't wait too late because love might slip away. When love calls, answer. That's true. That's old school. I'm old school, okay? Y'all know that. All right. Let's go to the next one. We got the 9 of Wands, okay? 9 of Wands. These cards are really shiny. That's where I noticed that why the glare comes up on it. They're shiny. They got a real, like a gloss to them. So that's why it attracts that glare. Just to get you to look at the, card pretty well. When I'm reading the 9 of Wands in a love situation, now look, I want y'all to really look at this. There's two people. It looks like, I'm going to tell you something. I know if you watch movies sometime and you know how you're sitting there running your mouth, you're talking to this person, you might be a little nervous or whatever because you're feeling some kind of something there, and you're just like, you're so nervous that you just talk. And this person just listen. And I know, have you ever seen in the movie where they, or you're doing all this talking, or you may be even expressing yourself, expressing how you feel, okay? This is an action card, so look what they're doing. It looks like he or she, okay, Libras in this situation, somebody was just talking, or maybe, expressing their feelings. Maybe this relationship been going on for a while. Maybe you just been dating and seeing each other. Maybe somebody's saying, look, I want to take this to another level. You know what I'm saying? And then this person's like maybe saying, just telling their feelings or whatever, trying to express their feelings and look like they're talking. And it looks like that this was the art of surprise. Like he just, or she just, more or less the man, just grabbed her and just like, stopped her in her tracks and just went ahead and kissed her. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling here with this card. It was like, okay, you're doing all this talking, let's do some action. And the wands are all about action, all about movement, all about, but I want you to also notice here too. Look at that in the background. So let's get it over here. Look at her. Look at her. Okay? Or him. Now, this could be a situation where Libra, you might have been involved with that person that's there in the background. Okay? They might not have, fit the shoe. They might have not, have been the one for you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at that person in the background, their face, they're mad. You can see it's a jealousy or something of that nature while they're looking afar. Could be somebody stalking, because they're mad because you might have moved on to another relationship. I'm talking to some of you Libras out there. I'm just going with the flow, what I'm hearing. Okay? Some of you Libras, ended a relationship with somebody and they are, in stalk mode. It's like they just don't want to let go. And you are with somebody else and they're seeing what's going on here and they're not happy about it at all. But you establish a relationship with someone else that you feel more comfortable with, that you had those feelings for, and you're letting those feelings show because this is out in public here. This is a public area. You can tell they're outside. And in the background, like I said, there's somebody there that, you probably were in a relationship. You probably, it could have been some of you, I'm feeling maybe you this either happened to you or you done this to someone else. This was probably a side chick or a side dude or something like that. You wasn't really all into them like they were into you, and they're, watching your every move, or like I said, a breakup or something like that with someone here that you just didn't quite make it with. And they're just like, they're just watching you from afar. That's a stalker. You know what I'm saying? That's stalkerish. And plus the look on their face is like, hey, watch your back. Some of you Libras, watch your back. Somebody here is not happy with this situation with you moving on with someone else, or vice versa. Always do a vice versa. You know what I mean? Just flip it. Okay? Because it could be going on with you, or you doing this to someone else. What else scenario? I'm getting out of here. Yeah, this is like, enough talking, enough playing around. Let's just get this thing moving. That's what the vibrations I'm picking. That's what I'm hearing and feeling. Like, let's take this thing. Let's just do this, enough of this talking and all this, enough of this, going out and all this kind of stuff. I'm ready to take it to another level for a lot of you Libras. A lot of you Libras, or someone fell in love with you and they're expressing their feelings. You're like, and there's action being taken behind that expression. But be careful of the stalker in the background. Somebody's jealous, somebody's mad and upset because you have moved on. It could be also a case of, for some of you, it could be an ex-wife, that don't like this because, I'm kind of picking up that, somebody may have just got out of the courthouse, separating things, dividing things, and stuff like that. Then divorce is final, and this person is not happy. They're not happy with it that you've actually, moved on. It could be someone that's in denial. I'm hearing like denial. Somebody's in denial about the relationship not working out, or the marriage not working out, and you moving on. You actually moving on here. I'm feeling like somebody could have traveled a long way to see someone. Could have been like, phone calls back and forth. You two might live a distance from each other. I'm picking up for some of you Libras out there. It's like a distant relationship, and you guys are together and you're actually seeing each other, and getting together and making more plans for a more solid commitment. There's definitely somebody checking up on you, or looking at you, or watching you, or stalking you, and they don't like what they see. So, if it get, Libras, be careful with that. Be aware of it. Be watchful of it, because, sometimes that could be a little dangerous. And if it gets to a little crazy, you may want to sign a restraining order, so that person can keep their distance away from you. Nobody has the right to stalk somebody else because somebody's moving on, and don't want anything else to do with it. As long as you made it perfectly clear to that person. Now, very little of you just like maybe just didn't even let this person know that you was seeing someone else, and they followed you and actually seen it for themselves. And that's just very little I feel about that. Somebody just like you, two people involved here, and then they were following you and seeing this action take place. Okay, so moving on, the next card we have for you Libra is the Temperance card. And a temperance to me is a balance, a balanced, well-balanced relationship, aside from this commitment, or being more committed moving forward, action, taking action on this situation. Somebody coming into somebody, like I said, either this person is wealthy, or the other partner, your partner's wealthy, well off, or you both are. okay, with this Two of Pentacles. Or the Two of Pentacles is, like I said, could be, two, having to choose from two people, because of the second person or third party in this second card that's looking at, that's looking like, what the hell? You seeing somebody else, oh, I see you, and you're out here in public, but I'm in the background back here, and I don't like it. So that's what that could mean too. It could mean like, how they're running. This person could have been like, just like, not taking any action on this relationship, and then they probably came to their senses, said, like I said, when love calls, you better answer. Don't wait too long because it may slip away. Okay, so you ran, and somebody ran to you. Like I said, it could be an earth sign. If not, it could be in their natal chart somewhere, and they said okay. And this could be also a fire sign as well, or that person put it in the background. You could have been dealing with a fire sign, okay, which is a Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Okay. So with Temperance is a major arcana card, major event, in your love life here. It's just like I said, two people in harmony, in balance, very spiritually connected, because this is a spiritual card. It's a spirituality. There's, like I said, a courtship here where, two people are talking on the same level of thinking, the same level of the way you feel. Your feelings are the same. There's balance here, as she's pouring the water into the cup, and the water means emotions too. So there's emotions involved in this relationship. Two people who care about one another equally, the same. And it's also temperance, like to where, there's balance in temperaments with each other too, okay? So like I said, this is a very spiritual card. It is a major arcana card, so it's highly spiritual. The temperance just means balance, harmony, some peace, the waters have been tested, you know what I mean, and you find that two people, as far as the love relationship, is hitting it off, doing really good together, on the same plane, riding that same plane side by side with each other, not one in front and one in the back, but together, okay, and having that full understanding with the temperance here. Okay, moving on, Libra, for you. Now we have the 10 of coins. Now, look at this picture really well. There, there's a picture there with 10 coins. This is all about, there's, somebody, like I said, there's people that, this is a wealthy situation, or somebody, having, money. There's no problems when it comes to money in this love relationship. Somebody here has money, or both. Okay? I'm getting a little confused with this card coming up, because it looks like, this person here, this guy in this card, and like I said, this is the 10 of Pentacles, so it's, it could be an earth sign. There may be another, there's two things going on here, two situations. So we got two separate situations, I believe. So some of you Libras, or maybe dating or involved with a earth sign, a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, okay, because you're getting the Pentacles here. You got two Pentacle cards, but it could be a totally different situation. It could be another set of Virgo. I'm sorry, Libras. Okay, I'm sorry if I say Virgo. I always get those two mixed up. So it looks like, this person's coming up on behind this woman, and they're trying to, looks like to me, like seduce them, because they're, they're unloosening their clothes. See what they're doing there? And then if you look above, there's a picture that's got like those 9 pentacles. It's like, okay, is this the center of the relationship? Is it about money? Is this based on money and finances? What's up with that? You see what I'm saying? Is this gentleman coming in just for, the sake of money? They want to court you because, you got something, you got something they want, which is finances. Because, hey, the main focus is in that frame. When you're looking at a picture, you're focusing on that. When you're looking at it, you're framing it. Is what you like, or that's part of your life. Something there is part of your life, so you frame it and you hang it up, right? So that's a picture of nine pentacles, which means, like I said, finances. And this gentleman is coming up on this woman from behind, and he's trying to seduce her. And it may be a seduction for money purposes, for finance purposes. Somebody might want a money gain here. Okay, for some of you Libras, this is another situation. Okay, for another set of Libras. Okay, this could be happening to you, or you could be doing this to someone. Okay, I'm picking up a lot when somebody's doing this to you, that you're, pretty stable and well off. There's balance here and everything like that for some of you in a courtship or relationship. There's some balance here. And there's some action taking place on a relationship, but there's somebody, third party, that don't like it or mad about it because they feel like they've been maybe used or taken advantage of. Because they look they look mad. They look like they're very upset. So there's this, to me, it's two different situations going on, or maybe three different situations going on here. Uh, uh, and with this, Libra, if this is happening to you, whether you're male or a female, kind of like, red flag on the play with this, because somebody just may be, interested in you for finances and finances only. Because I say this is, I'm feeling this because of that, I'm so focused on that picture with the money, and this is fine. This person has money, they're well off. Or it could be a situation where there's, somebody wanting sex for money. That's possibility too. Somebody's wanting to offer up or wanting sex for money. I don't know if you ever watched that movie with Demi Moore in it, or is that her name? She was married to Bruce Willis. She played in this movie. I forget some kind of where she exchanged. She was in a relationship, or even maybe married. I forgot. It's been such a while. And they were like broke. They were down and out on their luck with money. But they came across this person at a casino, and he was attracted. There was another man attracted to Demi, and he offered to give her $1 million for sex. That's kind of like what this is telling me here. Somebody may be wanting to pay somebody for a sexual encounter. Okay. So if you're not down for that, don't do it, because that could be the only purpose, And if it's a relationship where you're feeling as though you really into this person, but this person's got nothing but money on the mind, and that's why they want to engage with you, you're going to have to pick up on that. Okay, if that's not what you want, and leave that situation behind for some of you Libras out there. Okay, let me see what this extra card that came out says, because that bounced out for some reason. Okay, we got the Queen of Cups here. This one just popped out, so it's an extra one. I left it out here because it just flew right on out. Like, here, say something with this Queen of Cups. So this could be this is Pisces, Capricorn, or Scorpio here. So, or it's in their natal chart, and y'all know what I mean by that. It's a general reading now, so we're not going to just it could be a male or a female. It could be the Queen or the King of Cups. And, somebody's here offering up love, okay? That is somebody offering love. They're very comfortable in life again. This person is very comfortable. They've been through some shit in their life, you know what I mean? Because of the mask that they're carrying, but they're not wearing that mask any longer. They're not wearing it. So they've been through some things in life, with love and relationships. but they still, keeping their heart open and, available for love. This person is comes across to me as very independent. They got their stuff together. They got a great heart. Like I said, this could be male or female. They got a great heart. They got abundance. They're very loving, very caring people, very sensitive people as well. When you come across, and they're intuitive. They have some they can feel things. They can feel things from other people. And they're also very emotional. So when you come across a water sign of any kind, they show their emotions. They get very, very emotional with situations, and they're very, like I said, very sensitive. They might not show it on the outside, but they will, if something goes on, that affects them emotionally. That's when you'll see it. It'll come out then, okay, with these type of people. So for some of you Libras, you may be involved or may get involved. This may be a third party, or maybe just another set of Libras. You might run into the Queen if you're a man. If you're a woman, you might run into the King of Cups. Somebody coming up here offering love. And it may go along with this one, like I said, with this person, male or female, whether you're doing it or somebody's doing it to you over finances. And that's why they may be offering their cup of love for some of you. Some of you, it could be, just where both of you are well off, and somebody's really wanting to, they want to have a sexual relationship with you. Maybe you've been together for a while. Maybe you feel connected to this person. It just depends on which Libras we're talking about here. I'm taking this as maybe another option, maybe for some of you Libras out there. You may have another option, and these women or men are well off. You know what I mean? Got my chakra ring. They're well off. They're well to do. Put it on my other finger that I wanted on. Okay, moving on. Okay, let me turn these over. And I'm picking up too, this may be the person that was disappointed for some of you Libras in this case here, where somebody's in the background there, and they might not like this situation of you moving on or finding new love, or they could have been feeling like used, like for some of you, not all of you, okay, like you may have be trying to do this person. Might try to use them for money. Maybe this person felt used as well, but just didn't cut the cookie. You just like found somebody else that maybe was more balanced, more well balanced, more spiritual maybe, and has maybe more money. All right. Oh wow, you're getting a lot of cup cards going on here. 7 of Cups. Here we go, bouncing around for some of you Libras. Male and females, okay, singles and couples. Somebody could be coming into a relationship or offering up a relationship, and your head is all in the clouds. Either you Libra or somebody you're coaxing. These two look the same to me. Look at that. Somebody trying to get with somebody. You know what I'm saying? But this right here is a love or an emotional situation where somebody's talking smack, and they whispering, but they got a mask on too. So look at that, Libra. This could be you or it could be someone else. And again, this is this water sign. Maybe that's where this water sign coming in at. The Queen or the King of Cups offering up love, and you're getting all dreamy about it. It's like your mind is all up in the cloud. It's like whatever this person, see, they got that mask on. That's the red flag to me. That red flag, and you're not paying attention to that. Pay attention. Get your head out of the clouds and focus. Really pay attention. Don't take it for whatever this person is saying to you or trying to be to you. Figure it out first. Take a step back and look at what's going on. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, Libras, male or females out there. Get to know who this person is. Like I said, they're a water sign. Here that's here offering up some kind of love or trying to, I don't know, it seems a little, I'm feeling like there's something else going on here. It could be some kind of allusion to, you might be like, oh, it's so dreamy, oh, what he's saying or what she's saying, it sounds so good to me, oh wow, I'm just like taking all this in. And oh, like I said, don't put all your eggs in one basket, because this person is wearing a mask. Okay, they are masquerading. They might not be on the up and up. So come out of the clouds. Take them glasses off, those rose-colored glasses, and really look at this situation. Examine this person and find out what they really, really want here, because it could be all about the finances. Okay, it could be about the finances. This person is really coming at you, Libra. If it's not, some of you, it's not. If it's, it could be happening. You could be doing this to someone, but I feel very little of that. Yeah, this could be a fake or a false situation here. So don't get illusioned. Don't let your emotions take over your thinking. Don't let your emotions be the only thing that you're running off when it comes to a relationship or somebody, trying to offer up some type of love for you, because it just may be for one thing. Either finances are really picking up heavy, or sex. One of the two, could be for sex as well, because they're trying to take their clothes off here. Trying to get this person to take their clothes off. And look, right next to it is the Three of Cups, so there is options. There's three people here, as I was saying here. Look, three people illustrated in this. And they could be still carrying on with this person in the background. They might not know that they saw them with this other person, Libra. They might not know they saw you with this other person. They might be, keeping that a secret, and you're still, carrying on with the other person. They could be this. That's probably why this one came out. They could be the one in the background, could be this water sign. And they probably got something too that you want, or you got something that they want. And it's becoming like where you have to make a choice now between these three people. It could be three women, or it could be three men, depending who's watching the video. Okay, you got to make a decision here. There's choices. It is emotional because of the cups, it being the cups. Okay. So it's emotional decisions. Like it's going to be a hard choice to make, but there's options there for love when it comes to love, because the cups represent love and your emotional side. So you could be offered love or offering love to a earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You could be interested in an Aquarius. Okay, because I think the Temperance, I think she's Aquarius. No, that's the star card. I forget who Temperance is, but nevertheless. Or a fire sign, which could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Okay. Or a water sign, which is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. All right. Three people that you have an option for. Okay. And you know what they're saying, what you got, the next part is judgment. It's time to wake up. It's wake up call. You got to make a decision here, because with three people, three options, it is good to leave your options open. I'm not knocking at or saying anything wrong about that, but one of these people might take, they might get confused about what's really going on. So you have to really, express yourself, to each and every one of them. Look, I'm just leaving my options open. I'm just dating. Don't be sneaky about it. You know what I mean? Don't be sneaky about it. Don't lead nobody on. Let them know, express it. We're all grown people here now, is what I keep saying. We're grown. We're not little kids no more. We got to be more expressive when it comes to these relationships so we don't hurt nobody's feelings or lead nobody on. We're not supposed to we're not supposed to be doing, because that can cause problems not only for yourself but for the other person. You have to take on other people's you have to take responsibilities of other people's emotions and feelings when you're dealing with somebody, okay? You got to watch what you say to somebody. And if you're going to say something, say it and mean it, okay? Don't just say something and be doing another, okay? That's not right to you or the other person. That's why they're calling up for judgment. It's wake up time. That's what the judgment is. Wake up. Wake up, do something, make a decision, and be done with it. Okay? Because, like I said, it could cause some chaos or something in your life that you don't want to happen, because I don't like the way this third party here in the background is looking. They're looking like almost like they can kill you. Not saying that it's going to happen. Calm down. Bring it down a notch, a Libra. Okay? I'm just saying it could turn into violence. You just never know. You don't know what's on people's minds, especially nowadays. You got to be very careful and be very open and honest about these things. There's no reason that you shouldn't be. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get to people. There's no reason why you shouldn't be up and honest and upfront with people, especially if you're single and you're just leaving your options open. There's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to test the waters. You're not supposed to put all your eggs in one basket and say, oh, wow, this is it. You got to and if you are that way, tell these people, if you know that you're dating. Look, I'm dating right now. You don't need to know who it is, what we're doing, all that stuff. I'm just letting you know I'm dating right now. That's all you got to say. And either that person going to accept that and date you and hope that they become the winner or whatever it may be. Maybe you two might not even hit it off yourself, or they just walk away. Okay? Sometimes to win, you got to lose. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to play this game, play the game right. Do it the right way. Because it ain't going to hurt nobody to do this the right way. Okay? And just let everybody know what's going on. Now, if there's a committed relationship going on here, which I see for some of y'all, and it could be with a earth sign. Okay? I'm heavily feeling for a lot of you Libras, this is a water sign. But it could be an earth sign in here as well, because I'm seeing, I'm seeing mostly cups. But I'm seeing a three of there's three threes here. Let me see. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there's more water energy here. Some of you Libras could be in a relationship with somebody who drinks or overindulges, because it's just a lot of cups here. When there's a lot of cups in a reading like this, it could be signs of somebody drinking a lot. It could be you, Libra, or someone that you're dating here. Maybe that's why you got your options open. So, they're calling on you for you to wake up and realize that if it's you, wake up, and, don't do all this overindulging, because it can scatter your mind. It could, it'll stop you from thinking straight. Be straight. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with emotions, with people's emotions, think straight, be straight, and do the right thing. Because judgment is calling here for you to do the right thing. Okay? For some of you Libras out there. Okay? And some of y'all need to watch out for some person here that may be taking things the wrong way. If you haven't told them about a relationship, they have found out. And if you don't know it, you're going to know it. Because this queen not looking too spiffy either. So, I mean, she's doing okay. She's financially okay. She's independent. She's a sweetheart. But it looks like she's been through something, emotionally, relationship-wise. That's what I'm hearing. So she's like, you got to be, because that's why she's got that mask. She probably was masquerading, in previous relationships. And now she's taking that mask off and she's seeing things for what it is, and it's very emotional for her. So we end up here like with another cup card, which is the Page of Cups. Okay, can you guys see that? The Page of Cups. So as we know, and this is love, so it's going to have to do something with love. Love is, love is calling. You better answer. Okay, with Judgment. Wake up for some of you Libras that there's somebody here that has maybe have a problem with alcohol or drugs. So wake up and see that reality, or it could be you yourself. Wake up to that and, and kind of like chill out on that. So you can make a wise decision when it comes to love, because you have options here. Be careful of the deceiver, okay? Be careful of that. Somebody deceiving you, putting you in an illusion. Be careful that you don't fall for the illusion of it all, okay? See it for what it is. This person's wearing a mask. So they may not be, telling the whole truth. You might get your feelings hurt by this person if you, fall for whatever the game they're playing. And the Page is coming here to deliver a message to you, wake up, wake up, or you may get a message of, you may deliver a message to someone of love. You may have made a choice here, Libra. You may have finally made a choice here because it was wake up time. With Judgment here, saying it's time to, to wake up and see what you want to do here. Make up your mind when it comes to love. Maybe you don't want to continue, trying to date all these 3 women or 3 men if you're, vice versa. You know what I mean? Or somebody's tired of this with you. Maybe there's somebody you're involved with and they're tired of this with you, and maybe Judgment is calling on them, and maybe they just want to make up their mind. Maybe they want to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to love, and maybe they'll choose someone else. It could go that situation too, I'm hearing. So there's definitely, Libra, it's not bad. This is not a bad love reading at all, because, like I said, we can leave our options open, but you know what I'm saying? Use your mind when you're doing things like this. And if you're dealing with other people's emotions and feelings, you have to take it into consideration. Sneaking around is not going to make it any better, because, somebody here is going to find out. They see it. They're seeing it. Okay, and you might get hurt their feelings because they may thought that you were wanting to be with them as well. For some of you Libras out there that's doing this, playing this little game here with 3 people involved. For some of you, you're rushing to get into a relationship with someone that is well off, or love is calling for some of you, and you're trying to go for it before it gets too late. Because see them running, they're running there with this 7 of Pentacles here. They're running because they may know that they're in competition with others. Okay, that's what I'm picking up too. So they're trying to get to the punch, be to the punchline, and it looks like they did. Okay, and then somebody else in the background is watching, and they're pissed off about it. But you find, yourself in harmony with one of these people. You Libras out there, male or female, you find yourself, compatible, I should say. And you're making your moves, you know what I mean? And some of you Libras, it may be for the sake of money, or somebody's doing this to you, trying to seduce you. Here again, we come up with a card of seduction, but they're wearing a mask here. This Libra person may not be, they might be straightforward in telling you of what the deal is, and this person already knows, which may be a earth sign. This one may be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, which is a water sign. This is the choices and options that you have to choose from. And Judgment is calling on for some of you Libras to make a decision. It's time to wake up. And for some of you, it may be because, with all these cup cards, you may have some type of drinking problem, or somebody around you, one of these mates or whatever, may have a drinking problem. You just might want to just like X that one out. That's one you can just let go, because they're not going to be a good match for you, especially if you're not a drinker, okay, or a drug popper. And there's going to be a decision made coming with the message of love. There's going to be somebody's going to make a decision about you, Libra, or you're going to make a decision about them, Libra, male or female. You're going to pick, you've got your mind pretty much made up. And it may end up being with this water sign, okay? Because like I said, this one popped out. That's an extra. So it's over here on the side. This, I'm just saying, for some of you, you may end up with this Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio person, male or female, in your life as who you choose. You may deliver that message to them. Look, you're the one I want. You're the one I love. You're the one I want to be with. And for some of you, it may end up picking up heavily water. Okay. And for some of you, I'm picking up, it may be a earth sign, okay? A Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, that wasn't a bad reading at all. It was pretty good. Just some things in there, you need to take caution with. All right. All right. Now, guess what? We're getting ready to get hot and steamy. This is the sex edition with Simply Love, okay? So I'm going to get my cards, which is the mantra. I think I showed you this already. If you got kids around, anything like that, youngins or whatever, go tell them to go into another room, or you take yourself out of the equation and go somewhere else with your computer, laptop, phone, whatever it is you're looking at this video. Because these are sexually explicit cards, okay? It's nudity in them. And it's showing some wild crap on them too, okay? So just heads up, let you know, keeping it real, okay? Here's two that just popped out here. Okay, this is going to be for Virgos. Now I'm being nosy, Virgo. I'm being nosy. Now I'm all up in your business. All up in your business. Oh. Okay. Angel guides. What do you have for Libra? I hope I didn't say Virgo again. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long night. This one fell out, but it's saying no, don't use that. So I'm not going to use it. Just going to shuffle a couple more times, and then we're going to start. If they don't fall out like these two did, we'll just pick some, okay? Okay, I'm going to stop there. Got two more cards here to pick out. Huh. Ooh. Okay, Libra. This reading looks familiar. Were you air signs? Just a couple of different ones, but it looks almost similar when it comes to the sex life here. Okay, let's get right into it, Libra, for you Libras out there, male and females, okay? Like I said, it may resonate to some of you it may not. If it don't, hell, like I said, look at your other signs that you're connected to, okay? Okay, first of all, I'm looking at the Ten of Earth. Ten of Earth, all right? We know what that is, Ten of Pentacles. It's an earth sign. Possibly an earth sign. If it's not, it's in their natal chart, okay? Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This could be male or female, depending who's watching it. This person looked to me with the Ten of Pentacles on the sexual side of it, your personal sexual life. It looks like some of you out there are independent. You're on your own. You may own your own business and things like that. And you're out and about. This is like maybe you travel a lot. You're traveling a lot. And for some of you, I'm picking up, some of you Libras, while you're traveling, everywhere you go, there's somebody there that you see. Somebody there that you have sexual encounters with. You have your sexual partners all lined up because you're a traveler. Some of you are travelers and you work to travel. Some of you have your own business where you have to travel to different places around the world in order to do your business, okay? This is a business person here. And you can tell they pretty much got their self together financially or at a job, okay? And as you can see, they're looking pretty promiscuous. They got their legs crossed. They got a short dress on. If it's a man, he's, probably, sexy. A sexy motherfucker. You know what I mean? You sexy motherfucker. That's what Prince say. So this is that song came up in my head while I was watching this. Is a sexy male or female here. And they pretty much, are confident within themselves as well, with their sexuality, because look how they're dressed. They're very confident, with their sexuality. They're sitting there, reading a book, looking nonchalant, like they don't have a worry in the world. They confident that they can get what they want. Or like I said, this person that travels around, they got somebody in every place that they go. There's somebody there that they hook up with, and have a sexual encounter with. This person, like I said, may be single and independent and just rolls free spirited. You know what I'm saying? And several partners that she's dealing with, or he, sexually. And, they like it like that. They don't mind it. They're content. They're happy being that way. And that's okay. But, like I said, protect yourself. Don't forget to do that part. You can have it all together all you want to. You can be financially, strapped and you're good and everything like that. You're happy and content being single. And there's nothing wrong with having several partners if that's what you choose and that's what makes you happy. But what ain't going to make you happy if you end up with some kind of disease or something like that and, you didn't take precautions. So that just throws everything else under the bus. So that's the only thing that I could say about this, okay? With some of you Virgos out there. Libra. See, I did it again. Excuse me, Libra, sorry. It could be something going on with a Virgo in your life. Who knows? This is a card. This is an earth sign, okay? So it could be some of y'all might have a Virgo as one of your sex partners, okay? All right? Some of y'all can have a Virgo as one of your sex partners. Because it's an earth sign. All right, Libra. Here we go with another earth. We got the 9 of earth here, okay? Which is the 9 of pentacles in the regular tarot deck. But this is a sex deck, okay? Erotic deck. We're going to, pick your brain here and see what's going on inside your head when it comes to sex, or what you're doing, what's carrying on behind closed doors. Okay, so this could be a possible another earth sign here. Like I said, you could be strongly connected. You might, one of your partners, Libra, if you're a single person, is definitely maybe an earth sign or has a strong they have it strong in their natal chart. Okay. If you see this picture, it looked like he or she, depending on who's watching the video, like they're bigger than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like they're on some, like they may be some high standard. They usually call these people giants, and giants, in back in the day, if you read your Bible or know anything about something, like they usually call giants like people that are above everybody else, or they can have like a real high status, like I said. And they could be very intimidating to some people. They could be intimidating, but they're not really a giant. That's just how people perceive them to be, or you could be acting like this, Virgo. You could be acting like, some of you, I'm just picking up on some of you, not all of you. Okay. Some of you, Libras could be at a high status. Some of you could, maybe thinking that you're bigger and better than some people. Not saying all of you, very few. So don't take offense. If it's not about you, it ain't you. But that's what I'm strongly hearing, okay? Some of you, like I said, may be choosy in who you have sexual encounters with as well. That's what I'm picking up with this card, especially if you're single. And it's also, I'm hearing, be discreet. Be very discreet. or this person is being discreet with you and you're like looking in to see what is so discreet. What are you doing here? What's the secret stuff going on? Or it's also telling me too, for some of you Libras, that you may be taking on something too big. It may be too much for you, okay? A situation or a sexual situation that you're involved in may be way too much for you, okay? See if I'm feeling anything else. Or it also could mean, for some of you Libras out there, you know, looking for love in all the wrong places, okay? Picking that up too. Or sex, looking for sex in the wrong type of people, in the wrong area. Okay, now I'm going to keep it moving. Moving forward here, we got the, for you Libras, we got the Magician. And as you can see what they're doing here, like I said, some of you may be into a situation with somebody that's a little bit off the chain in sexual. They like, you know, toys and stuff. They might like to be a little rough, okay? They may have come across, again, this looks like a giant here. They may come across as like you know, controlling. They might like to control when it comes to sexual encounter, okay? They might like to be the one in control. Could be, you know, somebody really freaky. And like I said, some of you may got more than what you bargained for, okay? That's what I'm hearing too. More than what you bargained for. I'm also hearing strap-ons for some of you Virgos out there. Ladies, is some type of, you like to wear strap-ons as part of being in control of a sexual relationship too, okay? You want to feel like you're the one that's given. You know what I'm trying to say, like, you know what strap-ons is all about, okay? And as you look and see in this picture depicted here, this person, the Magician, are calling themselves, they like to use all kind of tools, like they into like some freaky stuff here. They like to use tools, and when they, you know, are sexually engaged with somebody. And it's rough, whatever tools. It's like they like to apply pressure or torture, okay, when they're in that's what I'm saying, that some of you Libras might have took on more than a bite than what you could chew, okay, with this. And that tool that this person has, which may be an earth sign, okay, no, not an earth sign, I'm sorry, I forgot what magicians were considered to be, but you all know. But look, they got that tool, and it's like it's headed straight for that penis, okay? So some of you might like it like that, or your partner is the one. Like I said, you might just be finding this might be a air of surprise for you to find out it might be a little bit too much for you to handle, Libra. You might not have expected something like this. And then again, vice versa, switch it around. Maybe you do. Maybe you like to put on strap-ons. Maybe you like to use all these tools and, you know, sexual toys and things like that. That's what this is showing me. Let's use any tool available to get it up, okay? For you men, Libras out there, and for you women, you like to same thing, okay? So this could be going on with you and this partner, Libra, okay? that you're finding out, and you might like this kinkiness stuff right here that's going on with using tools and things like that for your sexual arousal. Some of you may need that type of stuff to get off. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. Trying to see if anything else. Just give me a moment. Yeah, it's all about tools and stuff here in this sexual preference here for this person, for somebody you're seeing. Okay. And they'll use any means necessary. They will use all those tools as well in this sexual relationship in order for them to be satisfied. Or this could be you, Virgo. I'm sorry, Libra. Wow. Please excuse me. Please don't hold it against me. Please don't write a bunch of comments. I'm sorry. Okay, now we got the 9 of Fire. So there's some passion here in a relationship. Look at this. I want y'all to really check it out. And I'll get my trusty pen so I can point some stuff out to you in case you missed something. Okay. You can see right here, she has her hand on his penis. Okay. And it's out in public. He's wearing shades. They're both wearing shades. It's like they're trying to be discreet or trying to, be secretive or hide. People hide or wear shades. They're trying to, most of the time it's just to keep the, the sun out of your eyes. But this is to me is what I'm hearing from my guides is that this is like some, trying to be discreet or anonymous about something, sneaky, anonymous, but in public. It could be how, some of you Libras like to, it could be some type of game. You know what I'm saying? This is all about erotic, being erotic in, sexually. Okay? That's what it's all about. That's what the sex edition is all about. It could be, like I said, a fantasy that maybe a lot of you Libras are maybe thinking of, having an escapade out in public and actually just like, hey, making a bold move here sexually, like just like taking that chances, like an element of surprise or seeing how daring you could be or how daring somebody could be too. You know what I mean? Because they're doing this, like I said, in public. You can see the buildings here. They're out in public doing this. But actually trying to be sneaky and daring at the same time. Or somebody just can't hold their composure. Maybe they can't wait to get to the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just too hot to trot. So they just like start it right on off. You know what I mean? Start it off. Hey, let's get this rolling. I'm hot. I'm ready for it. So I'm getting you ready right now. But we are on our way to somewhere to get this thing taken care of sexually, okay? This is a fire sign, okay? Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. So that, like I said, that their sign is on fire, and this is the 9 of Fire. This is, this is some action here. Some action, passion, hot, sexy, steamy, let's get it on kind of action. Passionate. Fire. You can see the fire. You see the red up in the sky there? Well, no, that's not red. I'm sorry. It's just red. But they're out in the building. It could be, where somebody, like they are going to have a sex. Because, see, I don't know how good you can see this. I'm trying to keep the glare out. Like I said, these cards are very, very shiny. They got a shine thing to them. And that's what I don't really like about them. But she actually has his penis out of his pants. She's she's massaging his penis out in public. She's getting him ready. And they could be they might even, go to an alley or something and just get it on. She's getting him ready. And like I said, they got them shades on, so they are being discreet, but being daring as well. Okay? So it could be some of you Libras that's doing this, or somebody's doing this to you, or thinking about it or dreaming about doing this. being daring, being passionate, being, at the a moment, right in the moment. I'm hearing that too. In the moment, passion in the moment, being daring. Somebody could get off being daring and being in the moment. A quickie. That's what I'm hearing too. A quickie. Let's get this right quick here. Okay? With the nine of the nine of fire, which is the nine of wands. So that's all I'm getting out of that. Okay, let's move on here with the seven of water, which is cups. The seven of cups. Like I said, this reminds me of another, I don't know if it was Aquarius or Gemini. I think it was Gemini. This is almost the same cards, except a couple of them are different. Okay. So this is, okay. With the seven of cups, I'm feeling like, something's for some of you Libras out there, or your partner. Like I said, I feel like there's several different partners here, because I feel like you're, like I said, all over the place as far as a job is concerned. So these may be different partners that do different, that you're into, with different type of things that they do. Each one of them have a different type of thing that they do. It's like, this Libra is very adventurous and very, kind of like all these different things about these different people. They all got something different to offer. Okay? So I'm feeling like an element of surprise here. Or somebody is over emotional when it comes to a sexual relationship that you're involved in with them. They may not be who you think that they are. You might want to, be a little bit more caution. Like, be more secretive about this relationship, because this person, like I said, may not be who you think that they are. They're coming across, they're a person, and you're like, maybe you may be dreamy about it, or you may be hoping for some type of relationship, or it could have been disappointing to you. It might have been a hit it and quit it when you probably thought it was something more than that. Or this could be your partner that's thinking this. Okay? So don't be so too out in the open about this, or don't be jumping the gun and getting into your emotions and feel like it's more than what it really is. Okay, for some of you Libras out there, for some of you Libras, like I said, it's your partner. You might want to be a little bit more blunt to them about what this is here. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It might be, somebody in a like delusion, or, in a fantasy world. This also can be a fantasy world too, in sex, a fantasy. It could be a fantasy, because we're talking about all that kind of stuff, where, it could be a fantasy for some of you Virgos who are, I'm sorry, Libras. Again, here we go again. Like I said, there may be a strong connection with a Virgo. Maybe that's why I keep saying it over and over again. Might be a strong connection that some of you Libras have with a Virgo, okay, sexually. And they may be on your mind, that might turn you on, okay, because maybe they're able to pull off a lot. They keep you interested in the bed. They pull off a lot of things here. They do a lot. They're very experimental when it comes to sex, and you like that. For some of you Libras, this may be a game of, you know, I'm going to come in and terrorize you and take, it's like a game like that, a cop and robber. You're coming in as a terrorizer, and you want, and she's playing a role of, being caught off guard. And, that's just like one of the fantasies, or one of the, erotic things that you think about. Like I said, creativity here. So you're playing the role of being in the bathroom and expect to be caught off by surprise, and they're going to come in and probably, you know, just like give it to you. Okay? It's a game, an erotic game. But some, you know, you got here, okay, the devil is in the mix here, okay? This is some obsessions. Some of you Libras may be obsessed with this type of carrying on here with these different with these different people and all these different kind of games that you do when you go out and about, you know, to these different places. You like to experience, you know, these different ways of having a sexual experience, and you may be caught up in that obsession. It may be a whole lot. It may be too much, and you might be doing a little too much here with these games and stuff that you playing here. It could be where you're obsessed with it now. Maybe it started out as a game for, you know, these sexual experiences, but now it has become full-blown obsession. And you know, it may have taken over you. Hard to, you know, it's probably going to be hard to let go. Some of you are married in a long-term marriage or a long-term relationship, and you're doing this and you can't stop. You know, you can't stop. It's becoming an obsession. It's become to where it's taking control over you, and you don't know what to do because you're obsessed with it. You might be even in denial about being obsessed with this sexual type of energy here, of having it with all these different people and all different kind of ways in wherever you go. It's a sexual addiction for some of you. You have no control over it. It's taken over. It took over and you can't stop it right now with the devil being here. You can't stop it. Okay? So be aware of this. This is pleasures, you know, pleasure seeking, you know. And also be aware that, you know, you're going to need to be protected if you're going to be in these different encounters like this. Please protect yourself, Libra, some of you Libras out there. Stay protected if you're doing this. Stay protected. And if you feel like, you know, this is, like I told you earlier, it may be, you might got yourself entangled in something that was way too bigger than you were. And you're now entangled in that because it follows right underneath this card. Like I said, something is way, you know, you might have got yourself caught up in something that's just like bigger than you are, or that was too hot to handle. That's a record too. Too hot to handle. I forgot who made that too, but I think it was what's the name of that group? I forgot the name of the group, but if it comes to mind, I'll tell you that. But it's like, maybe, you know, you got yourself caught up in something too hot to handle. Maybe it was just too big for you, but you went for it anyway. And now it's like, it's just, you're obsessed with it now. This is obsession. This is, temptation, you know, temptation here, over, like letting temptation take over, out of control in your sexuality, addictions. You're maybe addicted to this kind of behavior in the bedroom where it's like a lot of different scenarios going on, and taking, you know, chances. Being daring and stuff like that. It's becoming an obsession, you know, out in public, using tools, you know, to get it up and to get you, you know, using these tools and things, toys and things like that. Out in, like I said, public, being daring, like it's almost anywhere, at any time, whenever you feel like it. It's an addiction. You got some of you Libras are in a sexual addiction here, and it's out of control. You might want to seek some type of help here for some of you. and get it under control. Okay? It's out of control now. Next we have is the four of fire, which is the Four of Wands. Here we go with another sexual escapade for you Libras. You can't you're in full blown with this thing. It's out of control now for some of you. You're in full blown, you're addicted, and you're carrying out all these things. That's whatever's going on in your head, you're actually acting them out. Please be safe, Libras. Some of you Libras, male or female. You're out of control sexually. It just don't mean, just it could be somebody that you're involved with that's out of control, that's around you. You can always flip this thing around. You could have a partner and don't even know about these escapades that they're going through here. But they got a sickness. They become addicted to it. They're addicted to it. If you get a chance, watch the movie Obsession or Addictive. I think it's called. It's by Tyler Perry. Obsessed, and I think the other one is Addicted, and that's what this reminds me of, this storyline here. It could be where you're partnered up with someone who has a sex addiction, and they go to different people to get satisfied, and they all doing different things, to satisfy you. Or it could be this way too, where, whoever your partner is may have to put on different masks in the bedroom to satisfy you, to get it up. Maybe some of you have a problem with sex or your sexuality. Maybe it's hard for you to get it up for just very little, I feel there. So your partner has to go through a lot of changes, and they're willing to do so to satisfy you. Okay? It doesn't look like they're resistant. There's no resistance here. They're all for it. They're game. Okay? If that's one scenario, another scenario anyway. And, here we got somebody, wearing a mask. And like I said, some of this stuff is an addiction where you're in a solid relationship or a marriage with somebody, but there's several people that you're carrying on with, because, it's just, you got addicted to it. And you may not even seen it coming. You took on something, way too much for you. And it became an addiction. All of a sudden it's like you can't live without it. That you're obsessed with it. Okay? Obsession. There's bondage here where you're, something, it's got a hold on you. These sexual fantasies and sexual things got a hold on you. Let's see what time we got here. 27. What? Okay. And this could be with a fire sign doing this. Did I explain this card yet? I mean, I'm just so boggled by all this. Like I said, this is couples, singles, and long-term relationships and marriages. It all falls in the same category. You're going to find yourself in some of these scenarios, okay, for some of you Libras. And this is, like I said, again, a temptation here that is hard to break. It's got you. It's got you. It's got a hold of you here. Some of you may try to some of you might try to suppress it, but it's like you out of control. You can't stop it right now with the devil being involved. Like I said, play it safe for some of y'all, because some of you can pick up a venereal or some type of disease here if you're not playing it safe. If you're going to play the game, play it safe. Be safe, be careful. Because if you do contract something and take it to your spouse or your long-term partner, cat gonna be out of the bag. Then you're gonna have to. That's just another scenario. Please be safe, Libras. Be safe with this. You know, I know it's addictive, but I'm picking up maybe some diseases or unsafe sex is going on here too. Okay. So for you, part of you that got that, be careful. Okay. With the Four of Wands here, this could be where for some of you who are in a relationship or a marriage is where you're satisfied. You know what I mean? It's like you're satisfied and happy with the sexual relationship you have with that one partner for some of you, because this is the Four of Wands. That means, a firm foundation. So you're firm, you're good, you and your partner do anything to make each other happy. You'll do whatever it is. So you're happy with that for some of you Libras out there that are in a committed relationship or married. There's a firm foundation here and you're happy sexually. Things are working out okay sexually with you set of Libras. Now, the next card we have here is the Nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords. And this could be a Libra, Gemini. This may be you, or it could be a Gemini or an Aquarius, okay? Stepping into the picture, coming in here. Or it could be where you are making a turnaround from this addictive sexual appetite that you have. You might be turning a new leaf. You might be setting yourself free from it. Some of you Libras that's in that scenario, in that case, you may be setting yourself free from the addiction or the obsession or the entanglement that you have with this sex. Yeah, some of you are walking away from that. Some of you are, like coming out of the illusion of it all. That has the addiction. You're coming out of the illusion. You're going to take another path here, or seek some type of help with this, because some of you don't like feeling this way anymore. You're moving forward. You know what I'm saying? You're taking that first step forward to free yourself of this, for the ones that has this addiction. Some of you may be thinking about a relationship with someone from the past as well. And you may be going back to the past. Or someone from the past may be coming to you, offering sex. It may just be a sexual encounter. So if you don't want that, Libra, don't, that's, for some of you, it's another scenario. If you don't want that, then, be careful and be aware that that's all it is. They ain't coming for no permanent. They just gonna walk in, and walk right on back on out. They're gonna want sex from you. They're gonna want, some type of sexual contact with you. And they may not just say it. They may not come out and say it. And it might take you for surprise, you know what I'm saying? And it might come in really, really fast. So be on your guards now, you've been told, okay? So now you know. But it still may be an element of surprise, because this could have been a long time. This could have been a long time with this ex, okay? This ex person, somebody from the past. They just going to pop up out of nowhere. So be careful, Libra. Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius or a Gemini. Some of you may, this addiction, or, Libras may have you up at night. You might can't sleep. You're probably up most of the night. And going around or watching. You could be watching porn, staying up at night watching porn to satisfy your addiction if you're not out and about, okay? Just another scenario trying to reach a lot of people out there. Okay, and that's all I got for you there, okay? For your sex addiction part for you by Simply Love here. That's it. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed that part of it. And like I said, if, there's some out there that's having some type of, problem, try to get that problem under control. If not, and you enjoy what you're doing there, please be safe with it. Keep it safe. Keep yourself safe. You don't want to, and if you're in a relationship and you're doing this, or in a marriage, seek some help. I see some of y'all seeking help for this, okay? So now we're just going to breathe in and breathe on out, okay? Let's go ahead on and shuffle these cards. We're going to cool things off with a nice affirmation to leave you with that you might can say, whoop, whoop, this just popped right on out. They're saying no, that's not it. And, take your affirmation and, use it. This can help you with some of the problems that's going on with some of you Libras out there when it comes to relationships or a sexual relationship, okay? And just say it once in the morning before, you go to work or whatever you do, and at night before you go to bed. This one just popped right on out here, said, here, this is it. Okay, and this is taken from, like I said, the Law of Attraction, okay, Oracle cards. They're just little reminders, little reminders for yourself that you can say every day. And then after this is going to end the reading for you, Libra, okay? All right, it says non-attachment. I am certain that I will reach my goal while letting go of how it will happen. So it's like just letting go and letting God. That's all it's basically saying. Whatever situation's going on, and you heard the same scenarios, can fit with you, write this down and say this in the morning, and then say it at night before you go to bed. And no attachments. It's like releasing the attachment that you do have. Like you said, when I said the devil's in the mix here, you're going to be fighting that. Some of you are going to be fighting that battle and trying to release yourself and, become non-attached, so you don't have any, release yourself from that addiction. Okay, I am certain that I reach my goal while letting go of how it will happen. Okay, again, letting go and letting God take over. You know what I'm saying? Just like you don't know how you're going to do it, but you're going to do it. And you're not going to even think about how you're going to do it. You're just going to let God take control over that. Let your angel guides guide you and show you the way of how you can reach your goal here of accomplishing, of getting out of a certain situation that no longer serves you anymore, or that can possibly harm you some kind of way. So, like I said, that's it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for viewing my channel. I hope you enjoyed that segment of Simply Love's Love and Sex Edition. It's been a while since I've done one of these type of readings, so I figured I'd do that to, because of the ending of the retrograde, okay? Because that retrograde was really, really rough for us. We do have some, things coming up, which is not as harsh, but we have, some full moon eclipses coming around. I think we were in Virgo too. I think we were in Virgo or Libra. We might have been in Libra, and that may be the things that's going on here right now for some of you. So, again, thank you so much. Look out for the video of the winners of the contest that I had there. And I thank you all for joining in and sharing. You guys were all so comical, so funny. I really enjoyed that, and answered some of you guys' questions. I hope that made some difference. If you need a further, in-depth reading, you're going to need to call me and set an appointment so you can really find out what's going on, because some of you I see may possibly need that just by the questions you had asked. It's going to need me to tune in and focus in and feel your emotions, tune into your emotions, tune into your guides in order for me to answer some of those questions, because it's like almost like you need a full reading from just by the questions you had asked. Okay, so just look below, hit in the description field, click the see more. It'll drop the box down and have all the information in there. Okay, my website, my phone number, everything that you need is available down there for you to get in touch with me. Okay. Thank you all who called in and had personal readings with me. I really love you guys. I wish you the best. Okay. And thank you all for your lovely, beautiful comments and for sharing my videos all over, the social media. I really appreciate you. I love you all. Love is all there is, and love is all there ever be. So watch out for the video. It's probably going to be in maybe about a week from now, okay? And like I said, I'm going to pick some people also random to give some gifts to, and I'll let you know in that video as well. So thank you guys so much. I love you. Bye-bye.